Welcome back. How to make time for exercise with a busy schedule. I was thinking about calling this Don't Wait for Work to Get Lighter to Invest in Your Health. Saw this online, see if you can relate to it, especially my busy entrepreneurs. I work long hours from home. How do I prioritize getting exercise in without being just a weekend warrior? I recently took a new work position, partially to chase the money, but partially as a growth opportunity. My why is so that I can reach retirement earlier and have more flexibility later in my career when I hopefully have children. I'm looking for better ways to get through this phase. I'm up early to work, regularly have important meetings to attend over lunch, and work late. It seems like my current trade off is sleep or exercise. I'm compensated very well, but I don't want to turn into a fat pile. Click like if that's something you can relate to in terms of your work schedule being intense or your family schedule, and you're just trying to figure out how to take time for yourself. You're not the only one going through that. Leave a comment. Let's talk about it. What I'm going to do is break this down for you so you understand the process and what's really important to think about here instead of just focusing on how busy you are at work so you can lead the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance. I help business owners lose weight and feel their best without crash diets or guilt. Now, if you want to figure out a plan for your busy schedule, take the free 3-minute Live Aligned scorecard, figure out what's blocking your weight loss goals, and get clear next steps that's linked below. Now, when it comes to this, what I said, you'll have to invest in your health so you have some in retirement and you make it to then safely. Now, this comes from my experience as a certified worksite wellness program manager, got a master's in medical science too, helping people understand how their health choices affect everything in their life and how their health affects their business, like how your business relies on the health of your staff in order to protect their assets and revenue and productivity and quality of life and insurance premiums. And if you aren't paying attention to this, then you might develop some health conditions and have a hard time and be expensive, have to go to a doctor and miss work. And it's just a whole combination of bad things. Can't be there for your family. Anyways, I don't want to get too far into like the negative side of it. Some of the risks of not taking care of your health, burnout, chronic disease, and obesity risk can mean you make it to parenthood and retirement in bad condition. This person is working more so they can retire and spend more time with their kids. But if you get sick or if you die prematurely or you reduce your quality of life from preventable illness, you're going to hate that. And it starts with making better investments in your health now. So think about that. Most people move the goalposts and shift standards. They'll work harder for more money and don't think about health until their pants don't fit or they develop high cholesterol. This happens all the time. Some of my clients have struggled with this, right? We're like, oh, this is just a temporary phase. I'm only going to do this for a few years or a couple months. And then once things get back to normal, I'll be able to focus on my health again. And then they go through another cycle where it's like, well, actually, I have to do it again for a little bit. Or something will happen is like, oh, I need more money because your quality of life and your expenses expand. And then you're like, I have to work more. You get a even more responsible role with more time constraints. And so you keep shifting that standard, and there's never like a convenient time for you to take care of your health until you need a new wardrobe or your pants don't fit, or some kid asks if you're pregnant, or, your doctor says you need to lose weight or eat healthier because your cholesterol is higher. Like these problems are real life problems that happen because people are prioritizing their work over themselves and they're not taking care of their health. And then there's consequences of that. So think about this, invest in your health before it becomes a serious problem and you have to work to earn your health back. All of this is preventable, or most of it, right? There are some genetic risks, but a lot of this is preventable with simple steps of self consideration about what's actually important. So if you are always skipping your lunch and always working late and always leaving early, you don't have any time to work out, you don't have time for yourself, stress increases, burnout increases, you're going to have a hard time. And the question I always ask, what does a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? Is that the life you want to live? Probably not, right? And there is a balance to be had. I understand this. I'm here making videos for you as a health coach. You have to put in some level of effort in certain points. At the same time, you have to make time for yourself so you can enjoy your life and make sure you're building the life that you want to live. Otherwise, you just burned away working. Like that's not what I want, right? So think about what you want for yourself. That's going to be essential to making time for exercise with the busy schedule here. Now, something else that I said, I didn't know how to fit it into the conversation exactly, but it's important to consider your health investment is like donating to charity and being generous. There's a lot of people who say, like, oh, once I get to a certain point, I'm going to start donating more or I'm going to like volunteer more. That's not how it works. You know this, right? There's no official point where you'll be rich enough to start. It's just a decision now that grows as you make more money, right? So that's like donating to charity. You want to set a proportion of your resource to that as you go. And so your health is the same way, where it's not like suddenly I have all this free time and I finally get to take care of myself. That's not, you're never going to have that time. You have to take that time for yourself and prioritize it so you can lead the life that you want. So you can take care of your body so you don't have those other risks that I was talking about earlier. So think about your health investment and how you want to do it. Also, the more you invest in your health, the more energy, longevity, focus, clarity you have for those other things that you're deeming really important, like your work, right? One of my clients said this. He's like, ever since I started eating healthier, getting more fruits and vegetables, drinking more water, it's like my memory and retention is so much better than it was before. So if you care about your work or the people you're working for, or the reasons you're working, like being able to provide for your family, then it makes a ton of sense to take care of yourself so you have the most energy and power to apply to that. That's what I'm saying right there. So don't let yourself get too busy. Make time for exercise. And that's kind of like just the mindset behind it, right? Next, you can watch a video, Why Walking Became the Most Effective Workout in His 40s. I talk about this other story I saw with someone who started walking more often and they started getting the results they want. I'll put that video here, and then that Live Line scorecard is linked below. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, keep practicing. Peace.